Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei is my name, the real ADM on Twitter. Thanks again for watching. This is Fort Lauderdale on ice, otherwise known as Toronto. I'm going to have a little chat with you about something today, and it's just, again, something that I see a lot happening in my industry. You know, I watch a lot of filmmakers. I watch a lot of indie filmmakers and documentarians try to make the big time, and filmmakers in general, and artists in general, again, trying to do the thing that they do so well, to hone their talents, to really become the kind of mavens, to put in their 10,000 hours at the thing that they do really well. And here's the point. Go big or go home. Go really big. Put all your chips on the table. Or go home. Really, there's no way to make it in the independent artist business of any kind, whether your art is music, it's acting, filmmaking, or whatever. If you don't go big, just go home. Don't waste anybody's time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste anybody else who's on your team's time. Don't waste your investors' money time. Don't waste government decision makers' time. Don't waste your audience's time. Don't waste your fans' time, your friends, your followers. Don't waste their time. They're not interested in your quandaries. They're not interested in your doubts. They're not interested in your spotty decision-making. They're not interested in your questions. They're interested in what you can bring to the table. They're interested in the message that you came to the table with initially, and not something else that it morphed into along the way. Go big or go home. It's the only way to be a success in life in general. If you're not willing to put your balls on the table and to get stomped or to get shot or to get hit or whacked or whatever, you're not in this whole hog. You're not in this wholeheartedly. And your fans and your friends and your followers will know. They will be able to discern that you don't really care about this thing as much as you say that you do. Your external pronouncements will not accord to your actions. People that are observing you closely, that are watching you, ostre, that are watching you closely, ostre, sledovani vlake, that are watching your trains very closely, will basically observe that you're not in this for all the marbles. There's only one way to get the brass ring, and that's to put the full enchilada on the table. Really, it's kind of getting on my nerves. I see some filmmakers that are trying to olay it and dilly-dally. You're not going to make it as a dilly-dallyer. Let's talk about a filmmaker who puts his balls on the table. You know what his name is? Gregory Bain. You know what film he's put together? Several, but let's talk about the latest one, Bloodsworth. Kirk Noble Bloodsworth, who was in jail for over 8 years for a crime he didn't commit and was exonerated on DNA evidence for the first time in the United States. Greg puts his balls on the table. You know, in the dying days of a Kickstarter campaign, he'll be up for 72 hours straight. There's all kinds of other filmmakers. Gary King, for example, is another filmmaker who puts all his balls on the table. David Brannon puts his balls on the table for his films, like Night After the Wedding. Do you know what I'm trying to say? These are people that really care about the stuff that they do, and they're willing to see it right through to the end. Whatever it is that turns your crank and that fires your engine, whatever it is that burns your furnace or cooks your junk, you really have to do this fulsomely. There's none of this ole, dilly-dally, dip your toe in the water stuff. Be willing to literally ram yourself against the wall, to throttle yourself against, oblivion in order to make it happen. Otherwise, you're just kind of posing, and we'll figure it out soon enough. The real people that are hiding, you can't hide forever. We'll figure you out. We'll rat-tat-tat you, we'll shake your tree, and all the nuts will fall. We'll figure it out. So just do it. Really, go big or go home. Don't pose. Really, it's so unbecoming. And you're also kind of disparaging the entire indie movement, which is all about going whole hog into it. Okay? That's the word of the day. Thanks again for watching. I'm a little bit upset. Something happened in the news recently with one of my favorite hip-hop reggae artists. And I really can't, I just haven't been able to breathe for the last hour, so, whatever. See you tomorrow.